We'll first build a VxLAN control panel in the DC2. Let's go ahead and log on DC2 spine 1. We're going to enable feature SPF, feature PIM, IP PIM, RP, address 200.1, and route OSPF1 router ID. We'll require IP address for loopback 0. Next, we'll need another loopback, that's loopback 1. We'll make it a RP address. So, and Ethernet 1/1, this is gonna be connecting to my super spine route server and its IP. Second interface to the leaf 1. And interface 1/3 to the border leaf in DC2. As of now, we have underlay protocol enabled for DC2. That's my configures for spine 1, and we'll enable future BGP MV overlay to enable VxLAN EVPN. Here's number 200. That's to the leaf 1 neighbor. We're going to enable L2 VPN EVPN neighbor. Send to community. And because it is spine, we'll enable its root refactor client. Next is the neighbor to border leaf. Also, we're gonna to enable RR. That's all configured for VxLAN on spine 1. Let's go ahead configure my DC2 leaf 1. DC2 leaf 1 locks on. I'll be enable bounce features OSPF, future pin, future fabric forwarding, connects the endpoints, feature interface VLAN. We'll need a fabric forward anycast gateway MAC address. IP pin, RP address. That's gonna be spine 1 loopback, router OS PF1. We require loopback 0 for my IGP. Uplink interface 1/1 to spine 1. We'll then configure my BGP. Before that, I'll enable NV overlay EVPN, feature BGP, feature VN VxLAN based, feature NV overlay. NV overlay. Okay, so router BGP neighbor to only the spine 1. Update source. Also loopback 0. We're going to enable address family. Next, we shall go ahead to configure VLANs 100 is L2 VNI 1 VN7 VLAN 110. It says already exists. Doesn't matter, I'll just keep typing here. I'll show you the whole config. VNI 2 VN7 VLAN 1. That's gonna be my L3 VNI VN segment, and 10 and 2 VLAN 200. All right, 10 and 2 second L2 VNI. And 10 and 2 L3 VNI. Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna enable hardware, adjust the access list. TCAM region. We're gonna increase the ARP table to 156K. All right, so go ahead to configure my VF 10.1 VNI RD auto address. And we'll go into VLAN 100, no shut. We have member tenant 1 IP address. This Anycast gateway IP. We're going to make a fabric forwarding mode Anycast gateway. Interface VLAN 110, no shut. We have member tenant 1 IP address. Same fabric forwarding mode Anycast gateway. Interface last VLAN 111 is L3 VLAN, no shutted. Also we have member tenant 1, no IP redirect, IP forward for the L3 VLAN. VLAN configure is my L tenant 2. I need tenant 2 VNI. Interface VLAN 200. It's a L2 VNI. Assigned to tenant 2 via app. Same for VLAN 210. Then that's VLAN 222 is L3 VNI. Interface VNF. Oh, interface VLAN 222. No shut. IP redirect. IP forward. Workshop config interface MBE1 for VxLAN. Host reachability protocol, which is BGP. Source loopback 0. So loopback 0 for all VxLAN fabric. Member VNI 10100. We're going to suppress ARP MCAST. That's the MCAST. And for first VNI to the tenant 1, member VNI 10110. I use different multicast address. .11 multicast 225, and we gonna do member VNI. Next is 10200, 10200, 10200. Yeah, 10200. Suppress ARP MCAST 225.1.2. Member VNI 10210 MCAST 225.1.1.21. Then we should deal with the VNI L3 VNI. So 11111 associate VIF. I just need a VIF for L3. It's gonna be in my VIF only associated. So let me see, 2222. Okay. Okay. Then now we have configured the interface VNI, and let's go ahead and configure EVPN. This gonna do some RD, RT values. So first we know VNI 10100 is L2. So RD, we're gonna say auto route target import both auto, and VNI 10110 second L2 VNI auto route target both auto, right? So VNI 10200, they turn into first VNI RD auto route target both auto. VNI 10210 L2 RD auto and route target both auto. So we have dealt with the VNI, RD, and RT. They all generated automatically. So interface, we're gonna do with here to DC to server T tenant 1 interface. So 1 to 2, no shut, switch, no, interface E12, no switch port, no switch port. We need a switch port access VLAN 100. All right, I know it's long for the leaves, but we have to add a leaf to take care of. So the border leaf, open up my DC2 border leaf. We're gonna do all the things again. One more time, just feature OSPF, feature PIM, feature fabric, forwarding, feature interface VLAN, fabric, forward, and cast 000. So IP PIM, RP address, spine 1, IP, route OSPF 1, router ID, interface, loopback 0, IP address. I'm just doing some underlay config on border leaf at DC2. So underlay been taken care of. Now MV overlay EVPN enable EVPN feature BGP, a bunch of features to be enabled for VxLAN. Router BGP 200, neighbor to spine. This sending community extender is very important. We'll be sending the AS number, RDRT, and the VN segment ID. So that's my BGP EVPN neighbor, and we're going to enable VLAN. is gonna be VLAN mapping. We're doing manually. I should be very careful about this. It's L3. No. It's L3, VNI, VN. L3, ANI for 10 and 2. Just let you know we are having two tenants, tenant 1 and tenant 2. Each tenant has 2 VNIs, and each tenant has 1 L3 VNI. So let's take up some hardware. TCAM, we're going to reduce VPC TCAM. You're going to RC2 reboot. I'm not doing that. VF contact tenant 1. We need is the VF. Now we're doing this, the interface Anycast gateway IP no shut. It's also tenant 1. This is L3. What taken care of is 10 and 2. I'm not doing copy paste, so I'll make sure you know how I configured opted these device step by step. So that's all the config for interface VLANs. Last interface VLAN is different, and it's MVE1. No shut, host reachability. We're going to be using BGP instead of MPLs, instead of multicast, and source gonna be loop back 0. Member VNI suppress, because well, I'm only suppressing this VNI because I only have clients for the tenant 1 first VNI. Suppressed again because I have tenant 2. Also, this is gonna connect to tenant 2. Let's do for my L3 VNI associate VF 22. All right, so show round interface MV1. Make sure I got it all right. Yep. Okay. Lastly, we'll do EVPN to generate RTRTs. All right. Let's first examine what we have configured. Show IPOSPF, show IPOSPF neighbor. I have neighbor up, show BGP L2, VPN, EVPN summary. I have EVPN neighbor established for DC2. Now we're gonna navigate to DC1 spine. DC1 spine right here. We're gonna to interface 1/1. Haven't done that. We're gonna make some IP. No shut. That's it. And DC1 leave 1. We're gonna add my tenant 2. I want to copy it again. Make sure everything is in check. Let's go to my DC1 leave 2. I will do all the same. Copy and paste for tenant 2. Configure DCI data center interconnect. In this case, we're using super spine route service. The route service here is having AS number 777, and you're going to intercept the BGP and eBGP VPN peers with 2 BGWs in each data center. And we could have 4 BGW in each data center, and we'll have a VIP as elected. What you will see here is like 4 BGW will have election among them, and EVPN multi-site virtual IPP VIP will be used to establish with the route server. Each BGW will have its own PIP. IP is their forward source IP address for advertising out to the DCI. PIP stands for primary IP, and MV interface update source is also an MV interface update source. So it's the forwarding point for the VxLAN, and it's a site local. This is also the local site will use this PIP as a BGW. Have to forward the PIP be advised out to the super spine. So because the bomb source IP is bomb source update address. And here comes my BGW VIP, and so a site can support maximum 4 BGW and share the same VIP. When you receive updates from the other DC or from Super Spine, then it has to be reachable for next hop. Next hop, remember, is VIP. So internally, IGP should know it also. So think about the routes for the PIP. You have 4 PIP. Each port PIP will become BGP L2 VPN EVPN route type 4 Ethernet segment route. And for election, so route type 4 is election for designated forwarder among the BGWs. And how do they extract it? Because they all have the same site ID in the BGP update. I've done enough talking about this, and let's go to my super spine. Log into my super spine. I do some basics for IPs. Interface. Facing DC1. Interface. Facing DC2. And I need to root back. We'll make sure it has a tag. Enable my VxLAN, enable my BGP. All right, now I'm gonna to create a few route map, redistribute to BGP. We're gonna match this rollback interface tag, route map, retain next hop. I don't want to change next hop, so site IP next hop unchanged. With these two route map, I shall create my BGP AS number 777, route ID, address family IPv4 unicast. We're going to redistribute my loopback 0. Direct route, or up here, copy and paste. Address family, exit, address family, L2 VPN, EVPN. We want to retain route target all. So I don't want to change the route target between the CS2 and CS1. So I will just keep another saying and ask them to deal with it. So we're gonna make a template peer control pan plane. Update source loopback 0 eBGP multi-hop 5 recommended IP address family, send EVPN, send community extended is very important, and route map. I gonna find my route map, create it, return next hop. I don't want to change the next hop either, or out. Now that's exit and neighbor. First neighbor is 1111. I'll create this neighbor loopback interface in my BGW as CS1. Later you will know. So it's to BGW as DC1. Inherit the peer template. Remote AS address family L2 VPN. I want to rewrite AS RT ASN. So use the AS from 100 to 200. I wanted to rewrite when DC1 routes goes to DC2 routes to become AS 200. This is to normalize the outgoing RT AS number to match the remote AS number. So use the BGP configure neighbor remote AS. So remote AS. So with remote AS configure 100. So from 200 it routes to 100, it will become 100. It's just as simple as that. And we need a neighbor, normal BGP neighbor to the physical interface. Because this is to remember to redistribute to BGP my loopback interface IP 777, I will tell the BGW in unicast BGP address family, right? So next we're gonna say neighbor 44444444 is DC2 BGW spine. BGW also spine loopback interface. So inherit peer control plane remote AS address family. We're going to rewrite. For example, in this case is to 100 to 200, it will become 200, right? Go to itself and valid peer neighbor, and we're going to BGP neighbor. I'll just keep typing and show around BGP. See what I'm missing. Okay. Looks there's knots in that. Gonna go to the neighbor again. We inherited remote AS 200. We're gonna rewrite show around PTP. Now everything is here. We'll do next to add the BGW config to my DC one spine one, which is BGW. So as all know, we're going to interface loopback 0 and do some description. Once VTAP IP is the primary PIP, is a PIP, right? Show around interface loopback 0. It is my PIP for NV interface update source. It's a local site and must be advertised out to the DC interconnect. So all BOM source are dependent on it. So we're going to make sure the tag is there and show around interface loopback. Well, I need an added interface loopback 100. Yeah, 100 is here. So this 100 is the eBGP VPN update source to the super spine route server. It also has a tag and show run interface loopback 101, and this is loopback 101 is BGP web in same site. So you remember we have a full BGW and this the WIP will configure here. So maximum will support a full BGW and share, they will be shared same VIP. And we have to make it to advertise in OSPF IGP. And we shall do another one is the route map. We read this to BGP permit 10 match tag 1 2 3 4. Gonna include all these loopbacks and root of BGP 100 address family IPv4 unicast redistribute. We're gonna redistribute direct route map. We're gonna all send it to my super spine neighbor. Exit it. Oh, he's keeping exit neighbor super spine. Now I'm gonna show IPBGP summary and see if I have a unicast. Did I configure another neighbor? I'm just gonna do root BGP 100. No. It's gonna show IPBGP summary. Now I have a BGP established and show IP route 777.7.7. It's the super spine loopback, and I have received super spine loopback. Now the BGW is still not a BGW. We're going to enable some feature and the overlay is to enable the VxLAN to make a BGW, because we're not doing leaves, we're doing the spine. Spine, we have to enable VxLAN and make a BGW as a leave for VxLAN encapsulation and decapsulation, right? So feature VN SAC VN segment base feature interface VLAN, because like when we configure spine, we don't have to enable L2, right? Future fabric forwarding. Now we need to configure a few BNIs, just like we did for the leaves. This time I'm only going to enable 10 and 1. Well, I don't care about 10 and 2 in this case. Via F. Interface VLAN is L3 VLAN. So L3 interface for L3 routes, and L3 VM must be forwarded to the VxLAN. EVPN VNI, define the tags, RD auto VNI. All right, now we're gonna go back to the BGP. I'm gonna inception neighbor with my EVPN to the loopback interface of a super spy. We're going to use EVPN update source to super spying route server and eBGP by peer type. We're going to make a fabric external. So it's external interconnection. BGW will change next hop to the WIP as BGW device end, right? So BGW ends will make next hop itself to the WIP. And add a semi L2 VPN, eVPN. In here, we're going to send the community extended. We're going to also rewrite AS number to local AS. So as a BGW, again, so eVPN, we're going to be multi-site border gateway. We'll give it ID. So all border gateway gonna have a site ID, right? So to elect who's gonna be designated forwarder. So all BGWs will have a site ID. We'll say 11, and is the same in the same site. So because the election for which L2 VNI designated forwarder, all the designated forwarder by the way it's gonna be have same VIP will forward the bomb traffic. So the bomb traffic site ID, that's it. And delay restore times say 30. So interface MVE1. So it's still doing the MVE. We'll have some BGW configured here. No chat. Host reachability protocol BGP. We're gonna update source. Loopback 0 is the PIP. Remember local switch PIP. Local meaningful multi-site border gateway, right? Interface loopback 101 That is my WIP address. Member VNI multi-site ingress replication. So the bomb traffic internal side will go through the DCI links for unicast instead of multicast. So the multicast is within a site, and they're gonna be a route 3 type of BGP update for inter-site. Okay, mcast, if I remember this multicast address. Now the VNI, same thing, ingress replication for bomb traffic, multicast group. Again, member VNI, so should we have, that's it for my MVE. Let's see everything. Border for WIP interface, ingress replication for multi-site. You're using the unicast ingress replication instead multicast. Let's have L3 associated to VF. Now I know the interface to super spying is E1/1 and will be required to track interface to data center interconnect. So EVPN multi-site DCI tracking. There will be DCI facing. If the link goes down, the multi-site is down, and it is not a legit BGW anymore, and it will not forward, and update table will withdraw. So I'll reelect a BGW, new BGW. And we have two internal facing interface, E1, 2, 2, 3. These two interface will be EVPN multi-site fabric tracking. So let's say when all of the DCI links of BGW goes down and it stops advertised beep address to intra-site peer, like leaf 1, leaf 2. So just in case of previous discussed the fabric link failures, so it naturally it also stops advertising routes learned from via the DCI links from DC2 in this case. So due to link failure, what it still does, it continues to act as a regular leaf switch, and because so it's still active leaf switch, and if you have endpoint, you still keep forwarding VxLAN. So it has connected to host or external peers, so it can still continue to advertise the prefix attached and learned from those endpoints. Okay. Show BGP session. Now I have two leaves, one unicast. So one unicast here, one unicast, one EVPN to super spy. This peer you can ignore because this peer is lab for multi-port. That will be it for DC1 spine 1 as BGW. Now we're gonna to configure the DC2 spine 1 as BGW, and same thing. I'm gonna to show run interface loopback 0, and I have this loopback 0 configured. But what I don't have is interface loopback 0. I'll be gonna make a description, right? VTAP IP and IP address. Forgetting the tag. Show run interface loopback 100. I don't have 100. That's great. interface loopback 100. 100 will be EBGP VEVPN update source to the super spine route server. Okay, description, EBGP source IP address, tag, interface, loopback 202. This is the WIP. We're talking about BGP WIP in the same site. We must support full BGW. We'll all share this WIP. Description, ending cast BGW. We need must advertise to OSPF IGP. Route map redist to BGP. Remember, we'll have IGP. You can distribute all this to direct loopback interface to IGP to the super spine. And all right, I did not forget here, match tag. All right, same thing. I have to enable the VxLAN encap and decapsulation, and we're going to enable VxLAN for futures. VLAN VNI VLANs. I only care about the 1001 VNI for inter DC. All right, and we have contact 1001, not like that. We have content tenant 1 BNI. Interface. We have member. You will notice like we don't need interface VLAN for tenant VNI L2 VNI because it only does VxLAN forwarding for decapping encapsulation. Interface MVE1, no shut, host reachability, protocol BGP, short loopback 0, multi-site, also multi-site. Did I miss anything? Future fabric forwarding. Interface MV1. Still not working. Let's do all the features. Shut. That's first configure this will be 22. Again, then let's see we can enable NVE multi-site. Okay, multi-site border gateway interface. Loopback, my whip IP loopback 202 member. It's gonna be multi-site replication, ingress replication for unicast. L3 VMI. And we'll do a bunch of EVPN tag association. L2 generates RD. VLAN is not created. Creating the VLAN. Okay. No VLAN ID configured. Anyway, root target goes auto. Show run BGP. Go to the end. Now I'm seeing the RT accredited. What next? I should configure the BGP to the neighbor. Remote. Using my 100. 100 is my EVPN update source. eBGP, IP type, fabric, external. To EVPN. Send community extended, rewrite. Okay. And seeing here, interface. That's the DCI facing EVPN. We should do multi-site DCI tracking interface E12/3 EVPN multi-site fabric tracking fabric site. All right, looks like it's all done. And go to super spine. I should have 4 peers. Show BGP session. 4 peers. All up. Show BGP L2 VPN EVPN summary. 2 EVPN peers. That's what display the BGP session. You move the summary and see the updates. Updates. Can I see the BGP updates? I can see my host route. It's host update 10.1. Add host in the 10.1. 1.200. I don't see it yet. Let's go to this DC2 server 10.1. Ping. I can ping. Go to super spine, see if you can see the routes. Yes. Yeah, the leave is here and the host route is here. Let's go to my DC1 spine 1 BGW. I should see some updates. Show BGP L2 EVPN. Yes, I received it. From DC2, the host routes is here. We'll go to DC1 server 1 and I'll ping the other host, Sentinel. Yes, IP, show IP. Yes, we're from to ping the other sites, it's okay. And go to DC2 server 1. Let me see, you can ping it. Yes, they can ping. One more show. Go to DC2 spine 1. Show MVE peer. I'm having a peer. Except my leaves, I have one to the BGW in the other DC1. And if I go to DC1 BGW and will show IP route via F10 and 1, see if it in my routing table. I'm having it in my routing table. The route is in capped VxLAN. Target 1777. Next hop is the whip of DC2 among the BGW. Again, show L2 BGP L2 EVPN. So many updates. And lastly, I want to show you is to show you the route type 4 we are talking about for BGW election. So show BGP L2 EVPN route type 4. So what I'm showing you is I received is my own route type 4, and this the DC2 BGW route type 4, right? All from is from the local. The first one is from local. The other one is from the super spine. Take a look at it clearly. What I mean is site ID will say among the same site ID, they will make an election for the designated forwarder. So where's the site ID in this? So for the on local DC1 BGW election, the site ID is among here. 0B. 0B is a hex code, and to decimal, it'll be 11, right? So the site ID 11 we're talking about, this is gonna be my BGW. Site ID for DC1. Take a look at another one from the DC2 BGW. Say the 16 to decimal is 22, 22, site 22. This will define, we configured for the BGW multi-site gateway. And take a look at who is the forwarder, 111, DC1 spine 1, BGW, and who's selected, 4444, was 444 and 111. They are PIP, primary IP, for use for NVE interface update source. Okay, that's all about multi-site data center interconnect. If you like my video, please subscribe, leave your comment. Thank you.